Oof. I hit my hand. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I am late. I am late because I'm just coming from the airport. I went to pick a friend from the airport. Friend slash business partner from the airport. So if you're just joining, like the live. And we're having another class today, day 5. We've been consistent with it. Even though there have been some bumps on the road or we've not kept to time, but the main point is we have been consistent. Better late than never. Don't forget to type present in the chat to mark your attendance. You guys know I like to follow up on the people that are, following it and keeping up with the class, especially because of how sometimes we end up coming out late. Na thumbnail now. You could just design them for Canva. Yeah, I know. I don't know. So you design them now. I get the template already. Present. What's good? Welcome to the stream, Okoro son. Welcome to the stream. So today's class is about content creating strategies. I guess you can see it from the thumbnail of the video. If you saw the thumbnail, content creating strategy. Content creating strategy. Content creating strategy. That's the topic for today. That is the topic for today. Sir, why look weak today? Noise in the chat. Noise, welcome to the stream. I look weak because I'm not going to lie. I'm hungry. No one is the socket. No worry. That one, na me cause am. Just use the side we no don't burn. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, distraction in the back is my friend that I went to pick from the airport. So, today's class, we are going to be breaking it down into different categories when it comes to content creation, because some people, what I realized is that some people overthink this content while some other people don't think about it at all. But in this class, I am trying to make sure that after the end of this class, you will be able to understand content creating and know different strategies when it comes to content creating. You would know where you are falling under. You would know which side your content is, fulfilling. What's good? Welcome to the stream. I think it's Joe YouTube. Joe, in case I don't pronounce your name well, it's a mixture of, letter and words. Letter and numbers. So anybody that knows me knows I like to break content down into different categories. And we are starting with inspirational slash motivational. That's the one we are starting with. Inspirational slash motivational. Inspirational slash motivational. Anybody that knows me and knows when I talk about content, I always say this thing. Inspirational slash motivational. Hi, following from Cameroon. And am I welcome? Of course, you are welcome. Anywhere from the world, of course, you are welcome. Here, we're about impacting and learning. So it depends where you are talking to, where you are calling from. But the main purpose is for you to come here and learn, right? So when it comes to inspirational slash motivational content, all these categories that I'm going to mention, you need to make sure that your content falls under any of these categories. If not, you are just posting for posting's sake. So inspirational slash motivational is the content where you use, or the purpose of that content is to motivate slash inspire somebody. And this content usually performs really well. I will show you an example of content that is inspirational slash motivational. And for this content, right, it is short form content to Instagram and YouTube. I mean, Instagram and TikTok. You can try this for YouTube, but I would advise you first start with Instagram and TikTok. So this is an example of inspirational slash motivational content. You see, 7 harsh truths about building a successful clothing brand. This is something that is meant to inspire or motivate you. The video has 51K views. I'll be showing you guys examples of any content type that I say. And if you need more help, don't forget you can always DM me on Instagram. It will be the link in the description. You can DM me on Instagram and I'll be able to help you out one-on-one. All right? Your couch of English. I don't understand what you mean by that. So I'll give you another example of inspirational slash. This is very clear. I'll never give up. Love me. Never. You see, so with motivational content, it's either you want to do the motivation yourself through voiceover or sitting down in front of the camera and trying to motivate somebody. Or another way you can go about it is using people's sounds. As you can see, the sound is not my own. If I should select the sound now, the sound is not my own. All I did was add a bunch of videos together. So what you will basically do is select different videos. Like if you even do it with TikTok, TikTok will be able to help you trim it. Then you add text on the screen. Very basic, and this is something that performs well. So you would know that whenever you are posting a video that is motivating, you know this is the category it falls under. And it is very good, very, very good. It helps push your brand further because you are motivating people and at the same time, they are seeing your clothes. Nike is a great example of a brand that does motivational slash inspirational content because they are into sports. So most times their athletes are running or they are using world champion. So it will motivate you. It will make you feel inspired. Whenever you put Nike on, you feel like an elite athlete. The next one is educational. The next one is educational. And educational is you teaching basically what have you learned so far that the people coming after you would be able to take a note from. Let people learn from you. Let people learn from your mistakes. Let people learn from your wins. It must not be mistakes all the time. It can be wins as well. An example, Plus234 recently did a video explaining how he does his photo shoots. That is educational kind of video. I'll give you an example of educational kind of video again. Yes, this video, I posted this video a few days back, and you can see it is a slideshow, but the text on the screen is, I've been running my clothing brand for a few years, and here is what I've learned. Right? So it is a slideshow, and I explain different things, cash flow, you know. So this is an example of educational type of content. If you make this kind of content, you are expecting people that find this content to learn something one way or another. And educational content usually performs well because people are always looking to learn, especially when it comes to business. So you can rotate between this content type, educational today, inspirational slash motivational today, and on the third day, you decide to do entertainment. And entertainment broadly is mostly entertainment. Entertainment is mostly, you know, anything that has to do with entertaining the person. It means comedy, comedy, thriller, romance, like anything that has to do with entertaining the viewer. If the viewer, what emotion is the person going to get from it? Is it, sadness? Is it joy? Is it, just make sure there's an emotion, when it comes to that video. Let it be entertaining. Don't come and do like a bunch of mix. What is the purpose of it? Is it supposed to make the person feel happy? Is the person supposed to feel sad? It should entertain the person one way or another. Then the last one is lifestyle. The last one is lifestyle. Lifestyle. Lifestyle is where you show the lifestyle of the people that wear your clothes. Do you understand? Let me try and find a video that is entertainment, right? It falls either under comedy. This one now is entertainment, because this video is not teaching you anything. It is not inspiring. It is just for you to find it funny, because I'm showing the mistake that my Pakistani manufacturer made. Oh, YouTube copyright. I beg, oh God, let it not be like the education go in the house in mental. Bro, I don't think you understand English. I swear, with the way you are typing. So entertainment can be comedy, it can be any category, like it can be anything that will just give the person some sort of dopamine hits, right? Let it not be selfish content, some sort of dopamine hit. And then the last one is lifestyle. And lifestyle, most of the time, this is an example of lifestyle content. Me in the club, if swipe is still club, then what? Outside the club, then okay, this is the pop-up. Do you understand? So lifestyle content too is also good when it comes to content creation. So whenever you are creating content, please, I want you to ask yourself, what category is my content falling under? From today onward, when you want to post, ask yourself, what category is this content falling under? If you post today, and don't get me wrong, this doesn't mean that all your posts for the rest of your life must fall under any of these categories. This just means that you should try to make sure most of the time your content falls under any of these categories. So it can, today, if you want, let's say you made a new drop, you post educational content. Tomorrow, you can just post your products. Do you understand? You can post a slideshow of just your products, telling people to buy. But don't make all the time you post, you are posting your products, telling people to buy, telling people to buy. Mix it. Today, you post educational. Tomorrow, you can post advertisement, telling people to buy. The day after, you can post entertaining. After that, you can post motivational / inspirational. After that, you can post lifestyle. So make sure you are rotating around these content types. Before you post, ask yourself this honest question: what content pillar is my content falling under? Is this supposed to motivate somebody? Is this supposed to make the person feel happy? Is this supposed to show this person the lifestyle of my brand? Is this supposed to educate somebody? When is the problem of dance culture? Bro, I think this guy is trolling me, man. Let me even stop reading this guy's chat. So after me discussing all this, another topic I would want to briefly touch on is not another topic, still under the topic of content creation. But my next talking point is how I make viral content. If you want to make a content that is viral, how do I go about it? How do I go about it? When I want to make a content that is viral, first of all, what is the content about? Right? What is the content about? And with me, with my track record, I have realized that educational content usually goes viral the most, right? So I usually lean on educational content when it comes to going viral. But still, I showed you guys a motivational one. I just mean that educational is the one with the highest chance because people are trying to learn. As it comes to money, nobody wants to make too much mistakes. Do you understand? So first of all, what is the content going to be about? What is the purpose of the content? Then let's say lifestyle, right? Like for example, when I did the video of ZTTW making a lot of money, that I say Zlatan is making a lot of money from his clothing brand. Then I compared Louis Vuitton, I compared Louis Vuitton, I compared Ashlocks, and I compared my own brand. So that is more of entertainment, because it's not like they really learned anything, but it was entertaining the way I made the video, right? So when you've discovered, okay, I want to make this video like lifestyle, or I want to make it educational, the next thing now is how to structure the content. When you've decided what content, how I make viral this thing. So I've covered the board now. Now I wish the board was long, but let me just write it below here. How I structure content. So how do I structure content? Because majority of people don't know that you need to structure your content. Majority of people think that they will just come and be talking, and people will listen to them. But it doesn't work like that. You need to make sure your content is well structured. If you don't structure it, nobody is going to listen to you. That's just the facts. That's just the reality. Nobody will listen to you if your content is not structured. And what is the first thing when it comes to structure? What is this thing when it comes to structure? First thing is hook. I have said this a couple times. Hook. The first 3 seconds of the video when it comes to short form content, what is going to be the hook? The hook usually is something so catchy that would make the person pause. There is visual hook, there is audio hook, and there is visual or audio hook. Most of the time, people do the mix of both because you are giving yourself a higher chance of you going viral. Visual hook. Now, this is something that is so intriguing, also challenging to the viewer, that makes the viewer want to stop and listen, right? Let me give you an example. So my most viral video is my biggest mistake since I started my clothing brand. I wrote it on top of the screen. So let's say you are swiping. If you swipe, you see it big on top of the screen. In my eyes, my biggest mistake since I started my brand. And as soon as it started, I started telling you, today I'm going to be telling you my biggest mistake since I started the brand. And another thing again is audio, right? What emotion are you trying to draw with that particular content? With this audio now, I was trying to lean more on sadness for people to pity me. So I used a sad sound as the background. So as somebody saw my biggest mistake, and then I'm now telling you, okay, my biggest mistake, see, people will be interested and they would watch, because your main purpose is for people to watch. Then the hook is good. If you have a hook that is good, but the body of the story or the body of the content is not good, your video will fall flat after people watch the hook. So you need to understand how to be good at telling stories, right? Hook, good storytelling, then conclusion. In the conclusion, you do call to action. Let me give you guys, this is the recipe right now for structuring viral content. Let me write viral content. So the recipe for structuring viral content: hook. After the hook is what? The body. That's the body. Then after the body, you have the what? Call to action. This, your story needs to have, first of all, how I structure viral content: storytelling. Storytelling, right? So your hook, then your body, then call to action. If your video is missing any of these things, it doesn't mean your video won't go viral. But even if that video goes viral, it will not serve the purpose that you want. Or maybe it will. Do you understand? Me, I'm not God at the end of the day. But if you use this structure that I've given you, or this particular formula that I've given you, it will work. Now, analyzing this, my most viral content on TikTok, you can check my TikTok, Absa was taking, right? My most viral content on TikTok, my biggest mistake. In that my biggest mistake, I started with the hook, my biggest mistake. Then the body is me explaining the story. And I am not explaining the story in a boring manner. If you do a voiceover or you talking in front of the camera, please cut out the extras. Cut out you breathing, cut out you saying cut out you saying so, Cut out you saying all those kind of words because it makes the story boring. If you listen to any of my stories or voiceover, you see I hardly say so. You would not even hear me say and you will not even hear me breathe. It will be like one sentence, no breaks till the end, because that's what makes the viewer watch. If there is space to breathe, if I'm saying too much, if I'm saying so, it makes the viewer believe that I don't know what I'm talking about. It's like I'm confused, because on the internet you need to appear like you are certain of what you are talking about. If not, the person will find the story boring. And another thing again is, for storytelling, it needs to be up and down. Take the person on an emotional roller coaster. Don't just make it flat. So make sure there is conflict and then you resolve the conflict. Conflict, resolve the conflict. Conflict, resolve the conflict. That is the best way, because it keeps the viewer engaged. It keeps the viewer involved in the story. It makes the story interesting to the viewer. The viewer just cannot swipe away because you've caught the person there. You are giving the person what the person needs. As human beings, we like to solve problems. So if there is a problem and you give them solution, like in this my video, I explained, okay, the biggest mistake since I started my brand is the name that I chose. That place now, they already know what the biggest mistake is. Some of them will be tempted to swipe away. But I didn't end it there. I now said, but now we are in a legal dispute. And if I knew, I wouldn't have selected this name, because I am now facing a legal dispute with the bank. Then the call to action in that video, I said, everybody say hi to Tracy in the comment section. That is why, if you notice, anybody that makes videos, they always tell the viewer to comment something. All this magic, dread 99 magic or dreadhead magic, right? He always tells people, type present in the chat. Even me right now, everybody in the chat, I want you to type present so that I'll know you made it to today's class. And don't forget to like and subscribe, so that way we can get to our goal of 100K subscribers real quick. I beg. I would really appreciate that. You hear? So this thing that I just did right now is call to action. Don't think that everybody that says it just wants to say it for saying sake, or we just love to say it. But it is because majority of the time, if you tell your viewer to do something, especially if you have delivered on your own part, the viewer will be tempted to do it. Story, welcome to the stream. Please, I need your contact. If you want to contact me, my Instagram is in the link in the description. So just check the link in the description. Finally, I've put my Instagram there, so you can just follow the link and it will take you to my Instagram. DM me what you want to talk about. Okay? So are you guys understanding? I did not see anybody type present in the comment. Forget that I was saying call to action. You guys, I need to know you guys are here and paying attention. Present in the chat. Present in the chat if you made it to today's class. Right? Then that is not all. That is not all. I also want to tell you how to stay consistent with content creation. Because one thing is that you will not just create one content. You will not create two. You have to create a lot. I've been creating content every day now on TikTok for almost 3 years. Sometimes I post 2, sometimes I post 3. What's good, Chidima? Welcome to the stream. Sometimes I post 2, sometimes I post 3. Please, if you've not dropped a like already, please just like the live. This is a free class. The least you can do is to like the live. It's not going to take anything away from you. And if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe as well. So there are a couple ways that I stay consistent. One is by studying the competition. What is the competition doing? What are the people that I'm competing with doing? What are the people in my industry doing? What are other brands doing? You check to see what they are doing. Royce, I see you. You check to see what they are doing. If it is something you can replicate it. If you cannot replicate it, draw inspiration from that and try to spin it in your own way. Another way, which is the one I encourage a lot of people, is ChatGPT. Now, give ChatGPT context and tell ChatGPT, this is what you want. I even created a 30 days calendar for content creating. If you are interested in that, you can DM me on Instagram. But as it is 30 days, you don't necessarily need to follow it every day. You can just pick the ones that you can do. But it at least helps you with content for the next 30 days. That's also something you can tell ChatGPT. You just join now. All right, if you just join now, please don't forget to drop a like on the live. So, You can tell ChatGPT, I'm a starting clothing brand owner. I make streetwear. Please give me content that I can post for the next 30 days. And ChatGPT will give you content. ChatGPT should be your assistant moving forward. Any problem you have, don't be shy to ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT will be able to assist you. So that is how I stay consistent, by studying my competition and asking ChatGPT. Also, because I've been doing this for years, there are some content now that I repeat. And because I said we'll be rotating through these different content types, you'll just be rotating through it. Much beautiful, very special. Bro, what is this guy saying, man? Heleda, I don't even understand you. So after staying consistent, I want to tell you now, taking advantage of viral moments. Taking advantage of viral moments. This is also something that is very important. Once you have a viral moment, the last thing you will do is not post. Once you have a viral moment, what you should do is to now start posting advertisements. So let's say your video goes viral today. The next post should be an advertisement of your product. That's you posting your product photograph. That's you just trying to sell, because you know you've already brought traffic to your page. You post it on your story if it's on TikTok, and Instagram as well. You post on your story and you post on your page, so people will be aware of what you are selling. Because most times when your video goes viral, especially if you follow this my content, the formula to going viral, but when that video goes viral, majority of the time they will check your page. And once they check your page, it should be good that your products are ready on the page. It should be good that your products are ready on display on the page, in case somebody feels like supporting and they want to buy from you. So please, if you go viral, don't hide. There are a couple students of mine that have gone viral and they hit me. When I even went viral, instead of me to promote what I'm selling, first time I went viral with this video, instead of the second post for me to promote what I'm selling, the second post I was answering questions. That's good if I'm a content creator, because then I'm trying to build community. But in this situation, I am trying to sell. So if I've brought attention to me, the next thing is to try and sell to them. Then some of them will get bored, some of them will get tired, some of them they will support, some of them will leave. But at the end of the day, you've given them some information that made them come. Now it's for you to just do exchange, like, oh, buy from me since you are here. That's it, right? So that's going to be it for today. If there is any question you have, you can as well ask me in the chat right now. Do you have any question when it comes to content creation? Do you have any question when it comes to content creation? Today I've been trying go, as I go market, I won't buy floss, but I no see. Do you have any question when it comes to content creation? Do you have any questions? Let me move my head in case you want to take a screenshot. This is the how I structure viral content. This is the formula if you want to go viral. Do you understand? Hi, bro. Your video is so clear. Which phone device do you use? Right now, I'm using iPhone 14 Pro Max. But the reason why it's clear is because I'm using my back camera. The back camera is better than the front. If I use the front camera, it will be clear, but it won't be this clear. Also, because I have lights. Light also makes it really clear. So any question, if picks the details of the board perfectly. I love it. Oh, I'm so glad you guys can see what is on the board. Take a screenshot, because this is going to really help you. Making sure that your content, let me go over it again, once again, because of the people that are just coming. First of all, inspirational/motivational. Making sure that your content is either inspiring or motivating the viewer watching it. The next one is educational. Let them learn from what you are posting. Don't just be posting every time trying to sell. Sometimes try to educate them, whether it's educating them on the fabric. Trust me, you might think people don't want to know these things, but sometimes people find it interesting. Just like the way some days you might be bored and you want to go and watch National Geographic channel and they'll be telling you, oh, animals, lions sleep 20 hours in a week. Of course, you are not using that information to do anything, but you are a human being. You are curious. Human beings are curious. So letting them learn from you is a bonus. Entertainment. Let them be entertained by that particular content. Do they find it funny? Do they find it scary? Do they find it romantic? You know, just like the way a movie is. Try to entertain them. Then last but not the least, lifestyle. This just shows the lifestyle of your community or the lifestyle of people that buy your clothes. So that way other people will be interested in that lifestyle and they want to buy or watch your videos. Big program dancer in Africa. Good morning. Bro, this guy is still here, man. Then finally, how I structure viral content. First of all, it is storytelling. And when I'm starting the story, I start with a hook. The hook is the most important or the strongest point in that story. That is how I will start. I will not put my hook in the middle. I will put my hook in the beginning. There is visual hook and there is audio hook. Visual hook mostly is text on the screen. Audio hook is the hook that you will say with your mouth. Then body, making sure there is conflict and resolution. Conflict and resolution. Try to make the person feel some sort of conflict and then resolve that conflict. Start another conflict, resolve the conflict. Finally, call to action. You tell the viewer to do something and most probably the viewer will do it because if the viewer feels like you've done something for them, so their way of paying you back is by doing what you tell them to do. I hope you guys get it now. I hope you guys get it now. If there is no question, let's see. 2 minutes to ask questions. 2 minutes to ask questions. 2 minutes to ask questions. If you have any question, please leave it in the chat right now. If you have any question, please leave it in the chat right now. Leave it in the chat right now. Let me know. And I'm also glad that people are finding this educative because that's the purpose of me doing this. In case you don't know, my name is Abdulrazak Sani and I'm trying to build the most impactful brand in the world. So this is my way of impacting people. You know, I make clothes. I've been making clothes for years now and I got the vision. First of all, I was doing clothes that was giving storytelling. I was doing clothes that highlighted social and economic issues of our time. But after some time, I realized that I also wanted to be impacting people. So I switched from that to building the most impactful brand in the world. And since then, everything I have done is to achieve that goal of being the most impactful brand in the world. So I'm guessing there are no questions. Since there are no questions, please, if you are watching this after the class, you are watching this as a repost, don't forget to drop a like if you've not liked the live already and subscribe, please, because I'm trying to get to 100K subscribers. Tell your friends, tell your family members, tell everybody, because once we get to 100K subscribers, we will be able to impact more people and the community will be bigger so that I can help you guys more. This guy is still trolling, man. But that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, I'm Abdulrazak Sani and we are building the most impactful brand in the world. Good night.